Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Assassin of Prado. Let's talk about this weird ending slash beginning slash everything. uh, this show has definitely been getting some interesting criticism, and there's some people that like it that I don't really get to hear much from because the criticism usually just speaks louder than enjoyment. But with what all is said, it's not terrible criticism. I understand where it's coming from. This week's episode was kind of lackluster in the grand scheme of them trying to just build upon this murder mystery that seemingly is always pointing back to our main character, the assassin, and clearly doing it on purpose, right? So to think that they're doing this and continuously bringing it up, almost as if it's something that is supposed to be, relatively thought about, like you should actually be thinking, would this guy do that? That's kind of what they're going for here, which I understand it. I understand that that's a good little approach to take as of right now, but to be fair, it does feel a little bit out of place with how things are going. I mean, only out of place in the grand scheme of why would he be taking out these people or doing anything bad while he can, pretty much be helping his girl. Like every second that he's with her is going to help her become stronger, become what he has talked about her becoming. But we also see instances where all of this can line up to actually be him, and that the flames and all that stuff, this weird girl that's talking, or this weird just overall, I think it looked like a dude, or it sounded like a dude the first time, but now, from what we can tell, it's clearly a girl, and she's clearly a vampire or a mixture. Maybe she's the true vampire, like the full blood. And we got to remember too that the only reason why the main girl even got her power was because of something the main guy did for her to unlock. Not She didn't do anything by herself to get there, and that might be some of this, what we're seeing now with her having these images, having these, visions, you can call them, of this person asking for blood and stuff like that. So it's just weird that, this is happening in general, and with it, you can only imagine why it's happening, right? You can only kind of just take a guesstimation of what's going on in this situation, and from what I could tell, that's all I can really put together is whatever happened to her for her to even gain her power in general is giving her these weird tides to something she might not have been able to ever see, but thanks to, the way this is all playing out, she can see it perfectly fine, almost as if it's only a part of her, and like we see, she's hearing it while she's near people, and the people around her can't hear it, so it's clearly just attached in her somehow, like it's a part of her in some weird way, shape, or form. So it's stuff like that kept me interested into this episode, when all the murders and stuff like that, or like the injuries that had no clear signs of actual, pain and stuff. All those stuff was really kind of just there to throw us off this week, which it worked in the grand scheme of the show. Feels a lot more like it's out of like a traditional little plot device things, but still feels like it's not that believable, knowing our character should want to be around the angel girl as long as possible. So to think he's throwing that opportunity away just to do some quick stuff like that, including him needing to use his mana on anybody here, is kind of laughable when it comes down to the him being an assassin and attacking all these people who are relatively not on their guard all the time. Like it feels like everybody's guard's kind of lowered, so there's not really that much in his way when it comes down to just outright bopping people and be like, you know what, I'm gonna start taking lives, and there's not anything anyone can do to stop me. So goodbye, like, and I feel like he could do most of that without even using his mana by the way we see his skill. And by the way, we know he's training this girl relentlessly to even know that someone may be staring at her in her sleep trying to kill her, which was very, very coy and very interesting to have him doing that. He's like holding a wooden sword to her, which isn't that bad. But then at the end of the episode, we see him, kind of brushing her cheek or like pushing some hair off of her face, but then that turning into reaching for her neck almost to grab and strangle her. So it's another one of those issues where he probably is looking dead in the eyes of the person who could literally erase him from this world, just like how the person he beat up while he was in his vampire state, he's like, why would you go out of your way to protect someone that could become a threat to our people, to us as a whole? And if she does come for you, are you going to stick your neck out? And he's like, I will gladly. But with seeing him reaching out for necks and doing stuff like that, you kind of have this feeling that there's even a little bit less to what he's saying, right? Like some of that stuff doesn't line up if you're still considering taking out this person, right? Like if you still have the mindset that I should probably kill this person, then where is this whole I'll stick my neck out and let her take me out? But at the beginning, he also said if she wasn't worthy, like if she just didn't live up to what she was supposed to, he would take her out himself. But I honestly don't know where this is all going to wind up, and if it does end up with some ridiculous stuff popping off, we know why, because they have been teasing it for quite a bit here and there, but never really had gone through with it. So I do look forward to seeing what they can actually do once they go through with it, and what like actually is going to pop off at the end of the day. So definitely let me know what you guys are feeling. I do like Assassin's Pride, but at the same time, I feel like it's not as amazing as some of the other shows that have came out while it's out right now. But to be fair, all the other shows have their flaws as well, so it's not like this show's the only show with flaws and I can't get behind it. It's just, it feels like this show is trying harder to be something than just letting it be. By showing us the vampire and stuff like that, I've been hype ever since, but now that we got a little bit of maybe more backstory on the guy, the assassin, and that he may have been 12 years old when he took out even a lot more people within this town that he's in right now, it's stuff like that it's like, okay, this is interesting. I mean, it kind of lines up. And then not only that, the girl that is telling him he needs to be a fake lover and stuff like that might actually turn out to be his little sister in some way, shape, or form. Or he may be the real reason why she doesn't have any more family. He took out a lot of people, and then after those people, him leaving her alone was the last family she truly had. So I don't know. It's all over the place, but at the same time, it's not in a bad way. It's just that there's a lot of stuff they're putting out on the table, and they hopefully will all pay off sooner or later. Like, it's not just something they're throwing out there and there's like, well, good luck everybody and figure it out on your own. They're just kind of throwing stuff out there to make sure that they aren't putting everything in one basket, and there's some other interesting content clearly to come with the backstory and other things that they're kind of touching on. So I hope you guys are having an amazing one. I will definitely be talking to you later, like tomorrow. Dropping 4 videos is kind of a lot, but you guys can take it. I can tell you like my videos. You guys like them. But yeah, thank you so much for the support. Your boy, the Anime J, will be back as soon as possible to give you more content. So with all that being said, I hope you guys take care and definitely continue to support just by watching or whatever you do for the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, and peace.